Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? Yo, this is Deron Bedward, aka Bossman, and we are here celebrating my 30th birthday today. Yo, boy is old. But what I actually wanted to do is tell y'all 3 things that I learned in my 20s. Now that I'm entering my 30s, your boy's, basically grown now, grown man, even though I'm still in school, got to sit in a classroom every day. At the same time, your boy is getting old. So over these last 10 years, this last decade, I have, probably gained a little bit of wisdom, not that much, but these are the 3 things that I definitely learned in my 20s that I want to share with you guys and let you guys know maybe you can apply them to your life too. Number 1, not everything in life goes as planned. You see, when I was 20 years old and going through my 20s, one of the things that I definitely had planned in my early 20s while in college was to graduate college and start medical school right away. However, that did not happen. And I had the whole thing listed out. I was going to graduate. I was going to go to medical school and be done by 26. Then I was going to start residency and be done with residency between the ages of 29 or 32, depending on what I ended up choosing, whether it's 3 years, 5 years, residency, whatever it is. I had the whole thing mapped out. However, I quickly learned and quickly realized that not everything goes as planned. For example, my grades. Graduated college with a 2.7 GPA. Matter of fact, in my junior year, during the spring semester, I had a 1.7 or 9 GPA, something like that. It was horrible. And then on top of that, it was just constant failure after failure, trying to figure things out, wondering what's going on, why these things are happening in my life. However, throughout those years, I quickly realized that I could sit here and plan every single meticulous detail, but it doesn't matter, because if I sit here and stress about everything that didn't work out, all it does is cause me anxiety, is cause me stress, and cause me heartache. The thing that I ended up doing instead, after praying to God and realizing that His plans are better than my own anyway, is instead of trying to plan my entire life detail by detail, it might just be better to set a goal out for myself and then set little tiny goals in order to accomplish that larger goal. So I stepped back and said, what am I going to do to get into medical school? I want to be in medical school really bad. So what was I going to do in order to get there? And that's what I did. I started making small little increment goals in order to accomplish that larger goal. So just remember that not everything in life goes as planned, and sometimes things go off of the rail. However, it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, if your mind is set towards that goal that you have in your life, then eventually you will meet that goal, but it takes small increment steps in order to get there. The journey, life's journey, all right? The journey of life is not about success. It's about the relationships that you make along the way. You see, you could sit here being by yourself, striving every single day to accomplish the goals that we just talked about in the previous lesson. However, one of the things that we also have to remember to do is to constantly look back and say, who are the people that were with me while trying to accomplish that goals, and how did those people help me? Because those relationships that you develop over time are the relationships that carried you through the moments of grief and sorrow. And it was also those same relationships that were there when you got through those successful moments in life. But trying to go through that success by yourself, if you're not celebrating with no one, what's the point, right? So making sure you pay attention to the small relationships and the large relationships that you have in your life, especially those important relationships. No matter how much success that you have in life, the meaning in life is not all just success. The meaning in life deals with the people who are in your life. What will make you feel more fulfilled? What will make you feel more happy? Was it the fact that I got into medical school that made me happy? No, it was the fact that I was able to celebrate it with the people who were cheering me on during those many years that I was trying to get into medical school. It was the fact that I made the same people who were cheering me on proud. It was the fact that I continued to press forward, and those people, while I was pressing forward, were there with me, pushing me and holding me up along the way. You have to make time to prioritize the people who are in your life, because those same people are the people who will be with you through thick and thin. Life is not about just success. It is about the people and the relationships that you create in that journey. Lastly, in conjunction to that success, that doesn't mean that you just throw all success away, because number 3, there are only 24 hours in the day. And so you have to make the most of those hours. Think about it. Within those 24 hours, you sleep for 8 of those. Hopefully, prayerfully, you sleep for 8 hours, right? The other 16 hours, how are you going to utilize those 16 hours? Are you going to waste time not accomplishing the goals that you set out for yourself? Or are you going to utilize those 16 hours to make sure that you do something each and every day to accomplish that bigger goal, right? The goal in my life at one point was to get into medical school. So each day I had to do something geared towards that. And of course, take time to spend time with the people that were in my life. But I didn't waste time. You have to learn to be efficient with your time, because you can't get that time back. The more you work to be efficient with how you utilize your time, the easier it will be to make time for yourself, to make time for the relationships that you have, and to make time to accomplish the goals that you have in life. But you have to utilize those 24 hours on a regular basis. You can't waste them. So, you know what I'm saying? Those are the lessons that I learned over the last how many years that I've had on this earth. 30 years, you know what I'm saying? Your boy 30 years old dusty boy, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I still got many more years to go. Jesus, he started his ministry at 30 and was done by 33, right? So again, what are you going to do with your time? What are you going to do with the amount of time that you have here on earth? How are you going to leave a legacy here on earth? What are you doing in order to allow that legacy to be left, right? These are the things that I learned in my 20s. All right, 20s are done, they're over. Can't go back to my 20s. There were definitely a lot of mistakes that I made in my 20s, wasted time, you know what I'm saying? Didn't always prioritize certain relationships. And I definitely stressed myself out trying to live a life, trying to have everything planned on a regular basis to the T. But what I can say is that in my 30s, my goals are to graduate med school, get into a residency and a specialty that I truly love and enjoy, and raise a family with my beautiful wife. You know what I'm saying? Eat jerk chicken and enchima every day, and, you know, spend time with my family back in Minnesota and just enjoy life. Hang out with my friends and do my things, you know? That's what I want for my 30s, you know what I'm saying? And most importantly thing, get even closer to God than I am now, because, you know, with God, all things are possible. So he guides me and leads me every day. So I love y'all, respect y'all, peace out.